2003, was back in court today. 49-year-old Dwight Eaglin was sentenced to death penalty before a state law that applies to his case was changed. This is ABC7 News at 11. I'm Michaela Redman. The jury that sentenced Eaglin to death was not unanimous. That's where the change comes into effect. But a local attorney tells me she believes he will ultimately still face the same outcome.
How he actually killed her, which was with a sledgehammer to her head. So, I mean, that is, you have somebody that's going in and trying to do her job. I'm sure had a family and people that loved her and goes to work one day and then comes back and is, they don't have their loved one.
Darla Lathram was 38 years old when 3 inmates tried to escape the Charlotte Correctional Institute, where she was an officer. Those 3 men were convicted of killing her and sentenced to death, and Dwight Eaglin is the last living defendant. Attorney Alexis Rosenberg with Rosenberg Law PA explained to me how the law regarding death penalty convictions has changed since then.
We had a conviction in 2006 where he was sentenced to the death penalty with a jury that was not unanimous. Then we had a change in the law in 2016 saying that you had to have a unanimous jury to sentence someone to death. And then we ultimately have this bill that just went into effect January of this year that said you don't have to have a unanimous jury to sentence someone to death.
Rosenberg says this case is now in a gray area. But regardless, she says Eaglin will remain in prison because of his previous conviction of killing a stranger in St. Pete, which he is serving a life sentence.
I think this case may have been picked from a lawyer standpoint to try and attack the law and try to get some rhyme or reason to what's going to happen.
Eaglin will be back in court on May 9th for another hearing. No date has been set yet for his resentencing.